I'm glad that all of you are here to support Tony and Rochelle today. Give them as much help as you can in terms of applauding and all the rest of it. What you can't do is, of course, help them with
Tai Tsug Kung Fu is one of the most popular forms of martial arts in the UK. Taught on the northern Chinese style of Kung Fu, it incorporates long solo forms with an attention to detail, exhibiting both attack and defence movements. For two young 13-year-old identical twins, Tony and Rochelle Roberts, today they attempt to gain their black sash. Black belt instructor Jason Orrell-Solomon explains their tasks for the day.
First of all, they have to do their own grade, their own grade form, which is sweeping chung. Sweeping chung is the black belt form. They then have to do either truncheon number 2, truncheon number 4, or truncheon number 6. That's decided, well, by luck really. They pick one of the instructors, and they happen to do 2, 4, or 6. And then, so that's the grading side of the aspects of the grade sorted. And then they have to do several episodes of sparring. First of all, they have to spar against each other or any other black belts that are running on that particular day. And then they have to spar in a round robin. So they'll have 2, maybe 3 other rounds of sparring that they have to do. Finally, they have to spar against an existing black belt. He's actually doing the easiest grade of the whole form. You just literally fight for your next grade. So he'll go from a black belt to a first degree black belt.
How have you seen the girls develop over the years?
Oh, I've known Tony and Rochelle, well, since they were born, and they've always been very able students. There's no exceptions because they happen to be one of the chief instructor's daughters. I know that they'll do very well. I know that they'll achieve, and I expect nothing less from them.
With a father who's a senior instructor, the nerves were jangling for Tai Chung chairman Frederick McQueen. What about Tony and Rochelle? Now you've seen them grow. They're identical twins. They've been doing it since 3.5, and now 13, and they're going to do their black belt.
Yeah, it's kind of extraordinary because I've known them from babyhood, and I've watched them through all their gradings. Interestingly, I feel as nervous for them as probably their parents do. I expect them to show all the qualities that they have learned over the years. They're fairly focused young ladies, and I expect to see that today.
With over 200 people watching, I asked Mum, Lorraine Roberts, about their progress. How's it going so far?
Very nerve-wracking, but I think they're both doing really well.
And was it Rochelle got struck?
Rochelle did get struck, but she's fine. She just got a bit winded. She's okay. I've had a little chat with her, and she's doing okay.
They're doing really fine, actually. They're doing their tricks. So hopefully, one more fight left each other. So hopefully, we have a nice little performance tonight. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, they're enjoying it.
Yeah. What do you think is the hardest bit about black belt, doing the whole process?
It's in front of everybody. Personally, you've got to put a good performance on in front of everybody, and do the business basically. And hopefully, they are. I think they are. They're doing really well. The forms are fantastic. Fighting's really good. A bit tired, but that's part of the process.
Black belt instructor Tony Baldino. After numerous forms, it was the free sparring that drains the human body. I spoke to senior judge Derek Brown for his verdict on the girls' display. How do you think, as a senior judge, how do you think the two girls did?
They performed excellently. It's always harder to fight somebody that's you're related to, and their free sparring at the end was fantastic. You know, to up the level to that standard at that last moment, fantastic. As for fighting Tai is an experienced fighter, ex-competition fighter, and I think they handled themselves very well and adequately in that.
For me, the most difficult task of the day was getting the girls to talk. Tony and Rochelle, help me out, talk on this one. How does it feel when you're free sparring and you're fighting each other? Come close.
It feels good, I guess.
Do you worry about hurting your sister?
No.
Tony, how does it feel fighting against...
Just normal, that fighting against anybody else.
And how do you think you did?
Okay.
Just okay.
Right.
Did you enjoy the grading?
Yeah, it was quite good.
Quickly, how did your daughters do?
Oh, I think they did fabulously. I'm very, very proud at this moment. I think it was hard, and I think they were challenged, but I think they did really well. A very proud day.
And finally, I've got Sifu Anthony Roberts next to me, the proud father of Tony and Rochelle. What I wanted to ask you, how difficult was it for you to watch them do their black belts?
No difficulty at all. I mean, okay, they're my daughters, but they're also my students. So my attitude towards them is more one of students in that scenario than father. And obviously, once things have happened, it's all finished, then I can be both. But initially, I'm there as their instructor.
Both girls are now 13 years old. You've paced their development in Kung Fu?
It's not just them, it's all of the students that I teach are in primary school, i.e. under the age of 11. The general tendency is they do about one grade in a year. At most, they will do 2. To me, when you're young, there's no big race to be a black belt tomorrow. It's far better to build a foundation, get them strong in their stances, get them to understand their movements and their forms, and then go up and grow in the same manner, rather than charge straight through and then they get there and people wonder, well, are they any good, or are they a bit weak, or whatever.
And most people who've trained with you know that you expect the highest standards from your students. Bearing that in mind, how do you think Tony and Rochelle did?
I expect the highest standards that they're capable of achieving. Everyone's different, so people are not all going to be the same or have the same ability. With regards to how I think they performed, I thought they performed very well. All the fitness work which they did, which I didn't particularly ask them to do, all the running, all that they did, it actually played dividends in the end.
Sifu Anthony Roberts, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much.